Good morning students, it's me Jayshiran. Welcome back to the session of social studies as we are discussing about the ideas of development, lesson number 2. So we have gone through some important concepts which you have gone through very deep. So the reality, if you observe, so there are some concepts which touches in our society which are connected to that. So today we are switching into some more concepts related to these ideas of development. As once before entering into this concept, let us recapitulate what we have discussed in the previous class, as we have discussed about the incomes and other criteria, how per capita income is estimated and what are the states are divided to segregate these states and all those things. Next, what is an income? That average will be distributed according to the production of goods and services, and how the people are contribute this income and how do they get the income opportunities, and moreover education aspect, moreover employment aspect, and so there are some many ways as we have observed the states wise. So there is a lot of difference because the locality, the location, the area and all those things. As we have discussed, when the person is earning an income, so he expects something, right? Along with the earnings of his income, he expects something. So what are those? Some security, some equal treatment, some respect. So these are all the things we have been gone through in the previous class. Let us today we are going to switching into the main concept, that is called income and other criteria. Yes, as we are moving in the concept of income and other criteria. So today we are going to see the comparison of the per capita income per annum. Per capita income of 3 states we are taking. What are those 3 states? First one is Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Bihar. Why we have taken these particularly 3 states means, if you observe the living condition of these regions, some are better, some are difficult to survive, some are poor background, some are drought prone regions also. So let us, if we take Bihar comes under drought prone region, of course it is very backwarded state and there is no resources, much resources, and the people are illiterate, much population are illiterate. Of course we should not say they are illiterate, there is a very less scope of education opportunities for them. So what are those? Let us we will estimate these per capita income per annum. What is annum? Annum is otherwise known as per year. Annum is 1 year. Okay ma? It is a calculation of 1 year. Per capita income is monthly income what he gets if we compare overall. So per annum for calculation of 1 year. We have taken the year of per capita income, the calculation year. So we are estimating the per capita income of 2012, the status of these 3 states. If you observe, what are the living conditions and how they are earnings, how they are spendings and earnings. What is the total per capita income per annum overall period of time of 2012. If you observe this, first Punjab, if you observe Punjab is 78,000. A person average per capita income per annum is 78,000. Imagine 78,000 of each person can contribute. I mean, if they get the overall, this is not monthly income, this is overall per year he gets the total output of per capita income is 78,000 for a person in one state. If we estimate in Punjab, let us go for Himachal Pradesh, 74,000. 74,000. Next Bihar, 25,000. So this is these are the per capita income, monthly incomes. What do we get? If we calculate per year, per annum, they will get total overall output of income, how they get, how much money they get overall year. 78,000 average of one person. If we take calculation, one person income monthly, if we take total year, his output is 78,000. Per year is earning 78,000. Imagine, as per the living conditions, as per the able estimations, and as per the financial crisis, moreover cost of living, if you observe of any area, if you take the common goods resources which we are regularly using, like general goods which we are earning and generally which we are just purchasing, like which is common to us, like for example fuel, gas, and if you observe the groceries, if you observe the in groceries some of the important like red gram, if you observe the sugar, if you observe the petrol, if you observe this the electricity bills, if you observe the cost of maintenance, imagine, is it possible 78,000 for a person to survive his whole year? Then what could be his monthly income? Deadly 6 to 5,000 average if you take. Is it possible for a person to lead a family life economically? If you understand, so if you take Punjab is now in better condition. After that Himachal Pradesh, if you take the observation of Himachal Pradesh, the location is high altitude. If you observe the Punjab living conditions and location of areas, people are overcrowded here. Moreover, the land is very suitable and agricultural practice much better here. Very heavy scope of industrial sector. You know, different employment opportunities are available in Punjab, even though people are not showing much interest towards the education side, where they have internally some aspects. Okay, so their culture is like that. If you observe the Himachal Pradesh situation, Himachal Pradesh is high altitude region. If you observe, it is located in near Himalayas and mountains, and if you observe in this Himachal high altitude region, there is very less scope of transport, there is less scope of business, there is less scope of schooling, average schooling. If you observe, children are very they are meeting the challenges to educate. Okay, that means the schools are very far away for the region, and people are very abnormal conditions. They don't get a proper opportunity for education. Schools are not properly facilitated, and the schools don't have proper the living conditions inside, like infrastructure and everything. So children have the interest to learn, but the facilities are not provided accurately or in better conditions. So maybe that is an impact for a person to earn this thing. Moreover, employment opportunities meets lot of challenges. They have to face lot of competition, stiff competition. Next comes to Bihar. It is literally drought prone region, even though several governments made research to develop this economical background of Bihar, but the people are a very low cultured people. That means they don't have much knowledge on the society, and they don't want to grow themselves. If you observe Bihar living conditions, if you go for Bihar, see, still the people, small kids onwards, they don't have an impact on education. They goes for viral living conditions, and they goes for illegal works. See, the living conditions of the Bihari people, so it's very hard. Moreover, the cultivation is very hard to survive here. Employment opportunities is very, moreover, crime rate is very more here. You can't believe, in the movies which you see the information, it is exactly right. Bihar is, it's a drought prone region. More the people don't have much impact on the education. If you, so based on all these aspects, so their output of per capita income is 25,000 for one citizen if he earns. This is the situation here. Sorry to say, I am not criticizing any state, but our neighboring states, what are their average per capita incomes per year? Just we are able estimating. Moreover, if you observe, whenever we calculate any states or regions of people or income, we don't observe the background of the situations where they could get the income opportunities, like an education field, like an industrial field, like a different aspects, right? Self-employment and large scale industries and different sales industries. Is there a encouragement for the women, right? So children are encouraged to go for education level. So there are a very less scope. So that's why the result is like this. The result is like so. This is the per capita income per annum. It is 2012 census recorded, which they have showing actual overall income which they earn for single person. For these calculations, the living conditions shows much impact on this output of per capita income. Shall we go for the next part? So we have seen the per capita income table here. Shall we go for the next part? Next is comparative the data of selected states. What kind of data we are comparing? Let us see. Punjab again. Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Bihar. So in this we will get a good clarity here. For this, first column is IMR. What is IMR and everything I will explain now. IMR per thousand. IMR per thousand. Second column, literacy rate. Literacy rate. And the last one, net attendance. Net attendance. States, okay, if you observe, right, if you observe, if when we are going to compare this IMR, literacy rate and net attendance rate, why we have compared the previous per capita income, now why we are going through the IMR and the literacy and net attendance, what's the reason behind this? Here the reason is, I will write the data first, then you will get an idea. 42, 36 and 62. Next 77, 84, 64 and the last column 76, 90, 56. Okay, this if you take the average calculation in the form of percentages, for example, if we take, so what is IMR? Let me give you a clarity about IMR. Here IMR means infant mortality rate. Generally for any hospital or any primary health care centers or any areas of a region, for every particular area, there is generally, when the woman is pregnant, generally she has to deliver in a hospital mostly. If she is not delivered in a hospital, of course at a home or domestic purpose, domestic type of the area or location if they want to do, but the rate or finally they have to meet the municipal corporation department to note down the birth certificate and all the details. Here what happens? Here the situation is, out 1000 of the children which they are giving birth, some are dying. This is one cause. Due to their health problem, they are dying. In the mother's womb itself, after delivering, they are dying. This is one reason. And another typical reason which you can't digest is, if the person knows the giving birth of a child is a girl child, they are killing literally. That means they are in the mother's womb itself, if they know it is a girl child, they are killing. That means they are not encouraging the girls to be born and to survive. So it is a bad conditions here. So this is IMR report. For every 1,000 children, how many are actually giving birth and they are dying. So this is the accurate report. For this, if you observe the Punjab 42%, Himachal Pradesh 36%, Bihar 62%. In this, what you understand? So people who are surviving in better conditions, moreover they are ready to interest to give a birth for a number of children. Moreover, out of population control program also they are crossing and they are giving. For this the percentage has increased, but the facilities and resources are very less. Population growth, birth rate is more here, resources are less. Imagine. Next, here less, but the resources and facilities are. So this is the first criteria. Infant mortality rate. This we will calculate for every 1,000 children how many are dying, or how many are born and how many are dying. So next one is literacy. What do you mean by literacy? You think that educating highly educated is literacy? No. If a person able to read or write, that means which age factor is counting here? From the age group of 7. If a person, if children aged 7 or above, if they have capacity of understanding read or write, they are considered as literacy level. Educated is different, literacy level is different. In this process, of course, schooling enrollment is also calculated in the form of criteria. Okay, amma. So in this literacy, Punjab is getting 77%, for example. Himachal Pradesh is getting 84. Next, imagine Bihar is very low. That means opportunities are very less. I already said na, Bihari people mostly they go for viral conditions, not go in a living conditions like education and normal. You can't believe, if you go for Bihar, in every home they holds a gun. They don't have license and all those things. That means crime rate is very more an intolerance way. You can't imagine. For every minor also they will kill each other. That was a culture developed in the Bihari region. Shall we go to the next part? Net attendance rate. What is net attendance? Here we have seen infant mortality rate. Before giving birth itself, there some are dying. That is calculated. What about net attendance? If you take the averages here net attendance is calculated. Net attendance means it is calculated from the age group of 6 to 7. What is attendance? Not availability of birth or death. It's not attendance. Here, how many children are getting enrolled in the school in education aspect? Were they educated? Were they studying? Were they joined colleges? Were there continuation in the studies? Are they really studying? Are they coming and going? Do they have continuity in education? All these aspects, as per the net attendance, why they are developing means the government is providing some welfare schemes, especially for the poor people, especially for the people those who wants to get interest on education. The government is providing certain basic facilities for them. How? Uniform they are providing, books they are providing, some stationery providing, even shoes are providing. Beyond all these things, they are providing food for them. That may attract the child. Okay, this may attract the child. The child may not spoil away from the education, to get interest, to drag towards the schools. So these are some schemes. For this, the net attendance, even though they are providing these, how much age group and how much category of children are joining in the schools? What are the reasons behind that? Why they are showing not interest for the education, or they are showing, or they are interested or not interested? What are the reasons behind this? So this is the average calculations which has been taken for the comparative data of 3 states: Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Bihar. Why sir 3 states? Yes, these if you observe, they are near the values of approximately, they are near values of the averages, but there are 1-2 differences you can get, but remaining aspect, these are some similar living conditions states. So that's why we have taken the maximum comparative data. Let us go for the next part, that is called public facilities. So the net attendance we have seen, IMR interest we have seen, and literacy level we have seen, average schooling we have seen, and we have seen net attendance, enrollment of the children, poor living conditions, and everything we have seen, comparative data. Moreover, per capita income per annum we have seen. Okay, we leave all these things. Let us go for the public facilities. These public facilities, in your lower classes you have learned about amenities. So amenities, what are amenities? What the government is providing free of cost, free of maintenance, which the common person is able to meet the basic economical needs. So those things are comes under public facilities. Let us, for these three conditions of states, maybe what is the drawback? First one, if you take location, if the location is suitable for the population to survive, is it suitable? That means water resources are there, living resources are there, okay, all the government facilities are there, or the government provides schemes, are they able to get all those things? They are ready to meet all those economical needs? Is it possible? This is the first priority, location. Second one, pollution free areas. So due to pollution conditions, the living resources is it possible for the people? Pollution impacts that much on the population? Yes. The living conditions, if they are, it is very suitable, then it's better condition. The pollution free areas, there is a lot of human span, the span of a human may increase. If pollution free, the people are interested to do different activities other than the industrial and other sectors. They can choose their service sectors, they can work as in different services, they can provide, they can earn income in different various levels. There is a lot of encouragement for them, right? Next one is scope for education. If you take education aspect, how many states average schools, if you take primary schools, high schools, colleges, or how much children are accessing the education which is free of cost getting by the government? Are they ready to achieve these sources? Yes. In this, the Himachal Pradesh, if you take Punjab, number of institutions are there, but the people they fixed that a level of education should be that much. They won't educate more, and they don't go for a technical courses. They don't go for the people are not giving a accurate guidance for them. Maybe the Punjabis, if you see, and most of them, much percentage of the population are involved in cultivation, right? So many conditions are. Next, if you go for high school level and colleges level, are they getting opportunities? Are the education facilities are available free of cost? What is the living conditions of infrastructure? What about the teaching staff? After completion of school level, for going the college level, colleges are available for them. So there are so many aspects here. So they are literally, it is a difficult task for them to access the education, to get the opportunity for education. Next, go for the equal employment opportunity. Equal. If you observe in the rural areas, especially, most of the high community people holds number of land farms, and the low communities will are treated for a low work, Of course, if you go for industrial work or any employment or any industrial or any industry, small scale industry, self employment, if you observe, the resources or raw materials are available for them. Are they are able to manage, okay, to survive the living conditions in a better way? Is it possible for them? So employment opportunities. Next one, in every location, what is the role of public health? Public health. The government has provided certain basic public health facilities like Anganwadi schools, like if you take primary health care centers and ASHA workers, okay, and if you go for government hospitals and government operated hospitals with all facilities are there. Are the rural background people, I mean village region people are ready to achieve all those things? Why people are going for private hospitals? And at least one RMP doctor is available in a location of a village area. How they are accessing the public health facilities? For example, coronavirus running now. We are living in cities. What about the village rural areas? Even cities, the big doctors are not worried about the patient. I mean, with fear, they may not go near the patient and gives the treatment. The virus is like that. What about rural area? With lot of economical sources, we are living in these areas. We are that much situation. What about these situation, rural areas? And are they are getting public health facilities in a proper as per the government norms? Are they are getting? The people are ready to meet these public health facilities? Yes. Next, go for PDS circulation. Next part is PDS. The government has provided for the poor background people, as they are considered as BPL. They provide some cards. Those cards are called PDS cards. These PDS cards different. Ration cards which they have different. Antyodaya cards and white ration cards. So this PDS is otherwise known as public distribution system. Otherwise known as, if we say this, you can't understand. But if you take the concept in our nature, generally in the common areas, it is otherwise known as public distribution system, is otherwise known as ration shop. What is the role of public distribution system? Government providing the basic food components or basic food requirements and resources with very low cost. For example, rice, kg of rice is 2 rupees. That means the poor background person is also able to get the rice with very less cost. Not only rice, all the groceries which provided by the government scheme are provided in the ration shop. Ration shops are there, ration cards are there, ration card holders are there, poor background people are there. How many persons are having genuine ration cards? How many they are accessing the public distribution system? What is the situation? So all these conditions we can taken into the form of. Let us go for the next part. UNDP, United Development Program. What is this classification? What is UNDP? This HDI report. HDI report. What is HDI report? According to the human economical aspect, how he is better condition, poor condition or average conditions. In this, the HDI report, we are comparing Punjab and Kerala. Why Punjab and Kerala? Most two states are similar, living resources and everything is very good conditions. But Kerala, if you observe, Kerala has a lot of sources when compared to Punjab. Some economical backgrounds, Kerala is much better than Punjab. Some aspects of economical background, Punjab is better than Kerala. Moreover, if you observe the literacy, for example, I will give you example, literacy. If you take the literacy, Punjab is very less when compared to Kerala. Why? Yes, if you take the literacy rate 1000 for every 1000 females in Kerala, if you observe, maximum 1000 above females are achieving, that means 100% female literacy, 100% female literacy rate is approved in the Kerala state. Understand, Amma? So up to here, I think we just conclude some important concepts. Let us in the previous class we will conclude this chapter and we enter into the new topic. Till that, take care, stay home, stay safe. I hope just go through the PDF which I am going to provide in your groups. Any doubts, call to my member. It is enrolling it's rolling on my screen. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.